If you're still treating Amazon like a nice to have, you're already losing. In 2025, Amazon isn't a side channel. It's a front door to your brand. Yet, most founders I talk to, especially those in D2C or wholesale, still treat it like tier 3. They put it off, assign it to an intern, hope it works on autopilot. But the reality, it's becoming more expensive, more competitive, and more algorithmically punishing than ever. If you want to win on Amazon today, you have to invest first. That means better strategy, better creative, and yes, more cash up front. It's harder to stand out. You don't get free traffic just for showing up. Costs are rising across the board, such as advertising, FBA fees, creative, customer acquisition. But that's not a reason to stay out. It's a reason to get smarter. According to Amazon, more than 60% of purchases now happen on mobile. That means your listing has to sell without sound, without scrolling, without your A+ content ever being seen. Most sellers still designed for desktop, but mobile is the new shelf space. Even I'm learning. Every year, launch strategies shift. What worked in 2022? Not enough. This year, it feels like whoever has the most capital wins the most attention, unless you're strategic. And that's what this video is about. So what's actually changed in 2025? How do you build a brand that grows instead of gets buried? Let's break down the key shifts and how to respond like a pro. Let's get into the core of visibility and conversion. Because in 2025, optimize your listing doesn't mean what it used to. The basics still matter. Title, bullets, back-end keywords. But the difference now, everyone knows the basics. And that means doing the basics, well, isn't enough. You need a listing that feels like a brand, not a commodity. That means a title that's structured for Amazon, but written for a human. Bullet points that convert features into feelings. Images that tell a story, not just checkboxes. Your goal is to stop the scroll, hook the eye, and immediately say, this is for you. Most people slap up 7 images and hope it works. We split test imagery every month using Amazon's built-in tool, Manage Your Experiments. We test layout, color schemes, angles, even model diversity. Because it's not about what you like, it's about what converts. And remember, if you're spending money on ads, every bad image is burning your cash. In 2025, with costs higher than ever, the margin for lazy creative is gone. Your listings has to earn every click, or you'll just be funding Amazon's profit, not yours. Also, don't skip the back end. Too many founders spend 30 hours designing packaging and 30 seconds writing search terms. That's the digital shelf you're standing on. Get it wrong and no one even finds you. Once your listing is solid, the next layer is brand. Because Amazon doesn't just sell products anymore, it sells trust. And trust comes from how you show up everywhere. Here's the hard truth. Anyone can launch a product, but few can launch a brand. And in 2025, brand is the only real moat you have. With AI making design, copy, and even listings easier, differentiation is no longer in the tools, it's in the trust. I can't tell you how many sellers I've seen crash because they try to out-keyword everyone instead of out-connect them. They had the same product, same price, same factory, but no brand, no promise, no clear why, no story that customers could believe in. Okay, so how do you build a brand on Amazon where it feels like everything is transactional? You start with consistency, visual identity, voice, point of view. Make your A+ content feel like your website. Use brand story modules to actually tell, well, a story. And don't be afraid to infuse values into your listing. Again, people connect with people, not keywords. Then you have to go beyond the platform. Create short form content showing how your product is used. Build a presence on one channel, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It doesn't have to go viral, it just needs to exist. If someone searches for your brand name and finds nothing, that's a trust break. If they see consistency, even with low follower counts, they feel safer. Okay, look, people don't just buy based on logic anymore. They buy based on alignment. Do I believe this product was made for someone like me? That's what brand answers. And that's what unlocks not just clicks, but loyalty. Now you've got trust. You can pour gas on it. Let's talk ads, smart spend, and what's working right now in Amazon advertising. Here's a lesson I learned the hard way. Spending money on Amazon is easy. Making money from Amazon ads, now that's an art. And in 2025, the gap is only getting wider. We see it every day in the agency. Brands spending $10, $20, $50,000 a month with no clarity on why. No goals, no structure, no learnings. Just let's hope this works. That's not advertising, that's gambling. Here's how we think about Amazon ads. Sponsored products are your foundation. Use these for rank, harvesting keywords, and bottom of funnel intent. Sponsored brands is for brand lift. Great for new product lines or seasonal offers. Your sponsored display ads, that's for retargeting and audience testing. Very underused, but powerful when layered in. And don't launch them all at once unless you know what you're doing. Start with your hero ASIN. Build out campaigns based on life cycle stage. Launch, grow, scale. Okay, here's the key. Every 7 to 10 days, look at your targeting report. What keywords are converting? What are you overspending? Which placements bring in the best ACoS? This is where most people fall off. They set it and forget it. But ad strategy is dynamic. It requires attention. It requires curiosity. And look, if you're not optimizing, you're not advertising. You're just donating. With costs rising, every dollar matters. But here's the good news. If your product is strong, your listing is dialed, and your ads are structured, you can scale profitably. We've seen brands hit 4, 5, 7, 8 ROAS, not because they spend more, but because they spent smarter. And if you're wondering what's coming around the corner, AI, video search, retail media. Let's talk about the future, because if you want to win long term, you need to prepare today for what's next. Let's talk about where this is all going, because Amazon in 2025 already looks different than it did a year ago. And in 12 months, it'll shift again. Here's what we're seeing right now and what you need to be ready for. AI assisted browsing. Tools like Rufus and ChatGPT plugins are changing how people discover products. That means your content needs to answer questions, not just push features. Short form video everywhere. Amazon is quietly turning into TikTok. Posts, video reviews, and influencer shops are becoming key discovery surfaces. If you're not showing your product in motion, you're actually invisible. Creator-led commerce. The fastest growing brands are building community and tapping creators who genuinely use their stuff. Not influencers with 1 million followers, but micro influencers with trust. But the biggest shift, consumers are tired of being sold to. They want to believe in something. That means values, quality, speed, real support. You can't fake it anymore, which, let's be honest, is good news. Because if you're building something real, you'll win while the copycats burn out. So what do? You stay humble, stay curious, stay close to the customer. That might mean reading 100 reviews this week, or asking your email list what they actually want, or testing a new idea in a TikTok comment section before spending $1. And most importantly, stay connected to a community that's in it with you. Trying to do it all solo? It's overwhelming, but together we learn faster. That's why this last part matters. Because staying ahead isn't just about strategy, it's about staying grounded. Let's talk about that. Before you click off, can I just say something real? I know how overwhelming this can feel. There's always another update, another tool, another video saying you're already too late. But here's the truth, you're not too late. You're actually right on time. The fact that you're watching this, that you care enough to grow, to adapt, to lead with intention, that tells me everything I need to know about you. You don't want shortcuts. You want substance. You want to build something that lasts. I believe business is spiritual. It's one of the clearest mirrors of who we are. How we lead under pressure, how we serve customers when they don't see it, how we show up with excellence, not because it's profitable, but because it's right. Scripture says, whoever can be trusted with little can also be trusted with much, from Luke 16:10. And maybe right now, it feels like you're in the little season. Small efforts, small wins, unseen results. But don't despise that, because what you're building, even if it's slow, is solid. And God builds on solid ground. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing from this video, one strategy, one mindset shift, one next step, and do it this week. Don't overthink. Don't aim for perfect. Just move with intention. And if you want help, I'm here. Follow me on Instagram at @OneJoshuaLee for more behind the scenes strategy, client stories, and encouragement. You can also grab our free Amazon brand starter kit by going to the link in the description below. whether you're launching or scaling. You were born to build something that matters. And I believe with the right strategy and the right heart, you're going to do it. Let's get after it.